guys, today I thought I would go ahead and show you guys my process on how I make my goodie bags. What I'll do is I will go ahead and I will create a goodie bag, one goodie bag first. I'll come up with a design based on the holiday, based on which kid I'm making it for. And I've been doing these goodie bags since my oldest was in kindergarten. He's now in 7th grade. So I pretty much do them on all the holidays. I'll send them in. And the kids love them. They just think that they're so great. My 7th grader actually will ask me, Mom, are you going to make me goodie bags? Which I find so funny because he's in 7th grade and I wouldn't think he'd still want them. But he says all his friends ask him, all his classmates always ask him, is your mom going to make us goodie bags whenever there's a holiday coming up? So I just think that's so awesome. And you know, when they're in the higher grades, they don't get the goodie bags like they used to. They don't get to holiday parties and stuff. So they really look forward to that. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and, like I said, I've designed a goodie bag based on the holiday and the child. My 8-year-old loves elephants, so I try to do his goodie bags based around elephants. So I found this little elephant on my Cricut machine. I have a Cricut Explorer, and I have the subscription that they have on the design studio. And I found the little elephant in there. He was from the Holiday Cakes cartridge, which I do not have that one. So he was in the subscription for me. So I just went ahead and cut him out. I cut him out at 2 by 2.56. I just used some gray cardstock I had and some pink cardstock. With the kids' goodie bags, I try to keep everything on the cheaper end as far as like materials I use, because they don't care about the quality of the materials I use. They don't care about the quality of the paper. What they care about is this stuff right inside. They care about the candy. So they're just going to rip into these. So I used just craft store paper that I had lying around. The background here is designer series paper. It's Sending Love. It's through Stampin' Up. It comes in a 6x6 paper pack, and it's all Valentine's colors and themes. So I went ahead and used that. I cut that out 2.5 by 4. And then the black, that's just cheap cardstock that I had gotten at one of the craft stores. This was cut 4.25 by 5.5, and I just folded it in half to make the tag. And then the back, same thing. This cardstock here, I got it at the craft store. It's kind of like a vanilla color. This was cut again at 2.5 by 4. And I used the Sealed with Love stamp set to stamp out the greeting. One thing I have been noticing since I got back into Stampin' Up and I started using their products and their paper and their cardstock, I noticed, you know, obviously the quality of it. I noticed that right off the bat compared to the craft store paper. The second thing I noticed is when I stamp with the craft store paper, it kind of like almost bleeds when you stamp out an image. When you stamp this stuff, it kind of bleeds into the paper. It doesn't give a really crisp, clear image. When I stamp with cardstock from Stampin' Up, I don't get that. It's a nice, clear, crisp image. There's no bleeding through. So I did find that. I highly recommend if you're making cards, you're doing scrapbook pages, whatever you're doing, and I recommend using the Stampin' Up stuff, the cardstock, their stamps, their inks. They really do have high quality. Like I said, these are just goodie bags for kids, so I don't think they really care about that. They're not looking at the, oh my goodness, it's stamped and it's not crisp and it's not clear. Kids aren't looking at that. They're looking at this stuff. So I'll just go ahead and show you quickly how I put them together. What I do is I mass produce everything. Once I get my design all down pat, then I just go ahead and I mass produce everything. Whatever I can cut out on the Cricut, I cut out. You know, I have to do 21 goodie bags for my little guy and 30 goodie bags for my older kid. So whatever I can do on the Cricut machine, I do. I cut that out. and I always will glue everything together. I just went and I took Real Red, and I just took the Real Red ink pad and just kind of took the heart and kind of went around the ink pad. Same thing with the ear of the elephant. Then I just glued his ear on, and then I just took a marker and just gave him a little dot for an eye. I took the paper here and I just pre-stamped everything, so everything's ready to go. Everything's cut. So what I'll do is you'll take your black cardstock here that you cut, and we'll just fold it in half. And I'll have all my goodie bags all ready. They're already ready to go. They've got the candy in them. The bags that I'm using, these bags I bought at the craft store. I used a coupon, probably got them 50% off, 40% off. There's 50 in here. And Stampin' Up! Has goodie bags that you can use. They're great goodie bags. They are high quality. They're better than these. But again, these are going to the kids. They're just going to rip them open. So I'm going to save my high quality stuff for neighbors, friends, family, customers. They're going to get that stuff. The kids, I'm just going to, like I said, cheap out where I can with them, I guess. So I just take the goodie bag, I just fold it down almost in half, almost to the edge of the candy. And then you'll take your black cardstock and you'll put it right over the bag. And I've found over the years, I've used many different things. The best thing is the stapler. That works the best. It works the fastest. Just put one staple in the center, and then you just go ahead and we're going to put the your designer series paper. We're going to just use snail adhesive, and I'll just put a couple of strips on there. We'll put that right in the center. We'll take our little elephant, same thing, just use a little bit of snail adhesive on him. And I put him right in the corner, the very corner down here. And then the little hearts here, I'm going to pop them up. I'm not going to use Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Stampin' Up! Dimensionals are awesome. They're great. What I like about them is they hold the consistency. They're when you put them down and you pop something up with them, I found, talking to family members and other people that I've mailed cards to, when I use the craft store ones, the foam ones here, they flatten out and they get them in the mail and it's not popped up. And I've seen it because I've asked my mom, when she's get cards in the mail from me, I'll look at her cards and I'll see it. I'll see that these are squished. They don't have the pop-up effect like the Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. The Stampin' Up! Dimensionals will stay popped up. So they're not spongy, they're consistent. So if you're making cards and you're making things that you want to stay popped up and you're mailing them out, these are the way to go. These ones here I'll just use for the kids. I think I used a coupon on these, and there's a bunch of them, bunch of these little tiny dots. So I'll just use those on the kids. But these Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, these are really cheap. You get 300 in a pack, and they're $4. So this is the way to go if you're, like I said, you're mailing out cards and you want everything to stay popped up in the mail. You use your dimensionals. So we're just going to go ahead and put these little cheap ones here on 3 of the hearts, and we're just going to put them on the front of the card. And what I did with them is I kind of had the one coming out of his trunk, and then the other 2, I put them on kind of like they're falling, almost like he's blowing the hearts out of his trunk. So just to... So once we get these on, this guy won't come off of here. Okay, there we go. There we go. So it looks like I said, like he's blowing them out of his trunk and the hearts are falling. So cute. And then the back side. And the reason why I put paper on here like this is to cover up this staple. So that's why and to make it look cute also. So the back side will just get one of these. Again, you use your snail adhesive to apply it. And that's it. That's how they look, and they're really easy, quick to make. So I hope you enjoyed how I process my goodie bags. I don't know if you guys are aware of my card club that's going on right now. That's running through the month of February. I'm going to run it every month. I'm going to do different cards every month. So what it is you just go onto my store. You spend $32 worth of product before tax, before shipping. And you have to leave me your contact information so I have a way to mail you your card kit. You need to use the current hostess code, and you also need to be within the United States because I can't mail outside the US. So if you follow all those, you'll automatically be in the card club, and then I will send you a kit in the mail to make 3 cards with the envelopes. The only thing it will not have in there will be the stamped images. So, like I said, I'm going to do that every month. It's kind of neat and challenging to come up with something. So I hope you guys take advantage of that. If you do my card club and you actually are in it for 6 months in a row, then I will email you and you will be able to pick out a free stamp set of your choice, $25 or less. So that's what I'm running every month as a special. And I hope you guys go ahead and take advantage of the celebrations that's going on right now. That's running through March 31st. With every $50 you spend, you'll earn a free product in the celebrations catalog. So there's a lot of great things that you can get out of there. I've done some videos on different products, and they've got stamp sets that you can earn. The paper, this paper is great. Paper is in my card club this month. Ribbon, here's some more paper. So there's a lot of neat things that you can earn for free. This little guy's cute. I've done a couple of videos on him. So again, and if you do the $50, you're automatically in my card club. So I hope you've enjoyed everything I've shared today. I'll go ahead and leave all the information in the video, and I'll leave a link to my card club in the video description also.